Good afternoon, Michael Jonah, March 10th, 2016. I just got done reading this case document filed on 3/4/2016 in full, all 59 pages. It's pretty long. United States of America versus Peter T. Santilli, government memorandum in support of its motion for pretrial detention. No question, uh, Pete Santilli, no one is going to be seeing Pete Santilli for a long time. There's no way, in my view, after reading this document, that he'll be um, getting out anytime during the trial. And the trial is probably going to be a long one, going over several years. And just looking at the sheer number of charges, okay? I mean, in a federal court, he is probably going to be found guilty. And of course, you're going to have appeals. I mean, this can go on for 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, this can go on forever. Okay, and just given the number of charges, um, he's probably going to get nailed on something. My feeling on Pete Santilli, I don't think we're going to be hearing from Pete Santilli for a very long time. He may even be, you know, 10, 20 years older, but by the time he gets out on good behavior or something. Okay, he might be 70 years old plus, um, if things don't go well legally. Uh, this document, the it was indicated that the investigation was massive. Okay, that is the um, language that the used by the person that prepared this document. So the federal government has definitely been engaged in massive investigation using their terminology. Um, Again, social media is one of the main tools that has been used. In other words, defendants have incriminated themselves via um, statements made on blogs, videos, radio shows online, on the internet, photographs posted, Facebook, on and on and on. And I even think, reading in here, it almost seemed to me that a phone conversation was tapped, okay, and intercepted between a few individuals. So the bottom line is social media continues to be a huge tool, okay, the internet, social media, a huge tool in actually controlling the population, and when it comes to filing charges and prosecuting individuals, um, it is a massive um, asset and tool to the government. I'm just going to take you down to page 53 real quick. I mean, there's a lot of things in this document. Um, he is considered extremely dangerous and a threat to society. Uh, they get into um, claims that he's made that they weren't able to verify. You know, during, I mean, some things they did verify, but a lot of his claims they weren't able to verify. In other words, him personally. In other words, he was a Marine for 4 years. That's true. But they weren't able to verify, for example, that he ever worked for Coca-Cola. Um, and I do believe that he did indicate in the past that he was involved in a big lawsuit involved in wage skimming for Coca-Cola. Okay, so that's just an example. I mean, this is a very good document to read. People thought for the longest time, that, I mean, I saw it a million times, that he was an FBI, informant, an FBI plant, and based on what's occurring here, he's not an FBI plant. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, so I can't say how many times when I was following that situation in Oregon, watching videos posted and reading comments, how people were making claims that he is he was FBI. So I'm going to take you to page 53. Again, this is a very long document. This is after the Nevada incident. They indicated the investigation began the day after the assault and continues to this day, identifying assaulters. So they have not identified everyone. I still think there may be more arrests coming down the pike. To date, the government has conducted hundreds of witnesses, interviews, executed dozens of search warrants, reviewed, organized, and analyzed hundreds of thousands of pages of documents, mostly from social media, reviewed, organized, and analyzed thousands of pages of telephone records, and organized, reviewed, and analyzed hundreds of hours of audio and video recordings. So again, we can see the internet, social media, and of course, telephones with phone conversations being intercepted, tapped, and all phone records being accessed or being used. Clearly, this is a very conclusive document, and if anybody has had an interest in following what's been occurring, you know, with the Bundy standoff, with Nevada, with the ranch situation out there, with what occurred in Oregon, this is a must read. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. The links will be below. Take care.